Yo guys, good morning. So this is 7:45 a.m. I just executed my first trade on my 25k account, so I'm risking 1% on this account. Um, this trade is a 240 pips SL, and I'll be targeting 3.5. It's just a 3.5 half. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Stay tuned. I will update you as we proceed. Whether it's going to be our first loss or our first take profit. Yeah. So our gold is currently running on probably 1.5. So I'm actually looking forward to enter a re-entry from here. So let's see how this candle closes at this zone. I love trading breaker blocks. So this is just 209. So let's see how this 1 hour candle intends to close. Then we might probably think of having another re-entry to target our duo head, that is draw of liquidity. So let's see how it goes. As earlier mentioned, so we are still currently, the time is currently 2:50 now. I actually got a good push of 5 minutes time frame, which shows that the breaker block can hold. So I'm currently risking $150 on this trade because I only use 0.1. So, and this trade is about 15 pips. So this trade is going to, it can do like, is about 3 half. Yeah, so the first trade is 3.5 half, while this one is two, let's just say approximately 3 half. So let's see how it goes. It's currently tanking. Let's see how it goes. Obviously this good as change trend. So to minimize my losses for today, I just have to close on my first entry. So if I'm to close on my first entry at the moment, that should break even on my second entry loss. So I guess we go again some other time. Yo guys, good morning. So this is my third trade on my 25k account. So I'm currently on this GU sell. So I've gotten I love trading breaker block. It's one of my most trusted model. So I'm currently on this trade. Let's see how it goes. So I will update you. So my first setup was yesterday. Likewise, I've taken two setup today. I took a sell on BTC and also my second setup for today on GU. So let's see how it goes, guys.
Good morning, guys. So, an update on my transparent account. So, it was around 5 a.m. yesterday when I took a sell setup on this BTC. So, my system was down at that time, so I could not actually update you guys using my PC. So, I just took the sell. I will attach the screenshot here. So, I think the trade mode, seeing all these moves here. So, I'm seeing the trade at the moment, but so I saw that I got this rejection and the market is currently, I think, on this um, other block here. I did the takeout zone, so obviously this trade is hell. So I guess I'll have to close my entry here on BTC. I'll have to close the entry here on BTC because this is a clear rejection. Though this zone is not clear for us because this looks like an inducement to be taken out, like a low to be taken out. But seeing it clearly on 1 hour, this is actually solid for a buy. And seeing all this, I'm the kind of person that trade exhaustion and or more impulsive. That is momentum and exhaustion. Looking at all these sales exhaustion, I don't think this pair is actually ready to sell. So for now, I'm just going to take a pause on this BTC sell and probably till I see another entry. So this is my second setup on my transfer key account, which I'll be closing at the break even now. I will attach the screenshots and just like I mentioned, we are both aware. I took a self setup on this GU yesterday, which obviously is accepted because I'm actually big on correlation. So I thought BTC was going to sell with the impulsive moves that I was having hold here. So I'm seeing my confirmation. I actually got a confirmation for the sell. I actually got this confirmation for the sell. This impulsive candle. So I was looking at this week. I was looking at this baseline for my sell continuation. So in order for me to target this low, because I see this as a bunch of liquidity that has to be taken out. I see this as a bunch of liquidity that has to be taken out. But I think at the moment, GU is not, none of these pairs are ready to sell. So this is my second one. This is my third setup for my Kentucky account. This was an help. And I guess this business is going to be a break even, just like our first setup on Tuesday was more like a break even too. So that's the update I have for us. So I will have actually taken this good setup instead of BTC yesterday. Yeah, this was what I had on it. So as you are aware, this was our first break even on gold. This was our first break even on gold. This trade actually did about two half before eventually moving back to my entry. And getting on this entry um actually made this trade to be a break even for me because the profit of this was the loss of this was eventually used to cover the was eventually used to break even. The profit of this place was eventually used to break even the loss of this place. So, like I said, I'm always big on broker block. So I was actually hoping on selling on this broker block here when this candle rejects. Looking towards this other block here, we actually got a sweep here. So market reacted to this other block. I thought this ozone was going to be taken out. This ozone was going to be taken out for the buy. That was why I was targeting this place here. So getting this close, so I felt like we are targeting our next low. But saying this other block, this breaker block here. So I was looking for 4 hours close actually, and that 4 hours close as of yesterday was going to be around 11 p.m. a.m. So and this move actually happened. I think around now is it now? Yeah, 9 o'clock. And I was actually waiting for 11 o'clock close. So that was when I actually missed this move. Yeah. So looking at this one here too, I was actually open on selling here too as a broker block for me to try out this low, but seeing this spike, so this actually invalidates myself myself. So I just have to take a pause on this. Go to. What up, guys? Good morning. So today is Friday. So this is me executing my fourth trade in this week since I began trading my account on Tuesday. So I currently have a sell setup on this US oil. So to give a quick breakdown on how I'm taking the trade or how I was able to pick my buyers. So initially, I thought this zone here, this zone here was meant to sponsor the buy, was meant to sponsor this buy to probably maybe to this level here. But seeing how this daily candle closed at this zone, because initially I've been looking at it since yesterday, but seeing how this daily candle closed at this range here, so it actually gives me the confidence, or let me technical wise, to be able to sell this US oil. So let's go on a lower time frame to see how I pick my entry. So I was actually waiting for how 4 hours candle was going to close, and seeing how this 4 hours candle close, it actually gives me that confidence to enter this trade because I'm actually big on breaker block. So seeing this zone here, mitigating this, and this one taking the high of this candle, and this week taking out the inducement of this, so I could potentially enter this trade and probably target this low here. To be that's for me to be on the safer side. I could have easily target this low because on a 1 week, this is actually my overall target. Overall target. So let's see. Going back to 1 hour. So over the time, I've been taking some good trades over on these. I've been engaging the sell to target this low. So the first one I did was last week, which I hit and held. Second one, which was an hell, I didn't take this buy because I was still convinced about myself. So it was this one I executed last week. Yeah, it was last week, which it actually did. It was doing an NFP news that I had to close my position here. So I took this one last Friday too, which I eventually closed at break even because before markets close. So I'm currently on this trade now at the moment. I'm currently on this trade at the moment. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. My target is just this low because all this tends to be a liquidity. All this tends to be a liquidity. So you can even see, we can even see. So I actually use the 4 hours close to enter this trade. So let's see how it goes. I will update you guys. So today is Friday. Today is Friday. This might be the only trade I have running for today. So let's see how it goes, guys. What up, guys? Good morning. So this is my end of review for my fourth trade. Um, so the trade ended as hell from this spike here. So I took an hell here. Funny enough, because I was sure of this sell. USO is one of my favorite pair because I think I understand the price movement
The most pairs I understand the price movement the most are BTC and US oil. I used to trade BTC and US oil a lot. So so when I saw this drop, I actually entered on my other accounts. It's just the live accounts which I was able to fix small because one of my rules is when I took an L on my initial position, if I see a confirmation to enter again, I used to split my risk to by 50% to engage the sell again. Actually engage the sell again, which actually engage the sell again with this close there. So which this spike, it's quite unfortunate. Which this spike actually took me out again. So I just relaxed. I just relaxed on the trade. So which means this is our fourth trade. The first trade, which was gold, ended as a break even. Second trade, which was GU, ended as loss. Why our third trade, which was our third trade, which was BTC, ended as break even. Why this US oil ended as loss. So we go again next week. We go again next week. So just like I said, I have to close here. I have to close at break even here. So you can eventually see that the pair eventually bought because there's no way this impossible movement here, this impossible candidate I'm having is not going to violate these because all these tends to be illiquidity. This all these supplies can only cause a pullback, but they can't sponsor the sell. So obviously there are zones that have to be taken out. So saying this, I just have to like I was even interested in taking a buy from here, but no. It was during the midnight, so I was not even active. I was actually looking at it, but I was not even willing to even engage the market. So Thursday, I just want to be out of the market to see the actual direction of the market. So it was on Friday that I actually attempt to engage the market, in which I actually hit and head on US oil. So we'll go again next week. So this week we recorded -2%. We recorded -2%. So till next week we go again. This is still valid, by the way. This is still valid, by the way, but I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to engage. I like how the weekly candle closed. You can see how the weekly candle closed. So, which means we can see especially on sales. It then close above this candle here. So it's still a sell, but I might actually take a pause on it to actually get more PA.